Hello, Katy here from followkaty.com. Hello, I'm a bit late today, running around. Hello, so who is here today? Today we're going to talk about the learning pyramid. Hello, I'm going to check if we can see if it's working on the computer. Hello, who is here with me today? Yes, it is. And we're going to share on my fan page. So, hi, who is with me today? Hello, hello. That's coming. Katy here from followkaty.com, and it's on my fan page. So today we're going to talk about the learning pyramid and how to process. Hi, Tom. How are you today? Hello. So who is here as well? I can see only. So as I always say, yes, I shared. As I always say, we have to change our mindset to become more successful. If we stay in the same mindset, you're not going to improve. And that's why I found this pyramid. I didn't know about it until this morning. About NTL Institute in the 60s, they did this pyramid to explain how the average retention for learning. So it's very impressive and things I didn't know. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. Thank you, Tom. So I'll do a blog about it, so you will have the pyramid well done in the blog if you want to have a look. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you all the steps. So when you are teaching or when you are learning something, it's amazing, but because the lecture is only 5%, you're retaining only 5% when you go into a lecture of what you're learning. So 5%. Then it goes to 10% when you are reading, and the audiovisual is 20% and the demonstration is 30%. So that's all they do really in school, and that is a passive teaching method. So 5%, can you imagine when you go to lecture, and because maybe you don't retain as much, and then you have 10% when you're reading something, and audiovisual is 20% and 30% is demonstration. So that's why I came up to that, because when we learn how to change our mindset and how to want to have success in our business, you really need to teach your partners, your distributors, everybody around you, to do how they call the participatory teaching method, which is the group discussion, practice, and then teaching others. So that percentage is huge. When you do that with a group discussion, comes up to 50%. Can you imagine when you are in a group? And that's why it's important when you're part of a community, if you have some groups, that you're asking questions. It's what I talked about yesterday. When you don't know something, don't stay stuck into your little worlds trying to find a way. Just go and ask. And when you learn more when you're in a group discussion. So that's why it's important, and it's 50% of the learning retention. Then you have to practice, and that is 75. Practice makes perfect. It's what we always say. It's not only for high self. It's not only for our industry, it's for everything in life. When you practice something, you have 75% of retention, of learning retention. So you have to practice, okay? And when you are teaching yourself, and that's why it's important when you want to become a leader, when you want to become more successful into your business, or even when it's what I say even for my daughter, for example. She wants to be a very good gymnast, go to the Olympics. She's going to be a coach. She's going to learn to be a coach. So you have to teach, because when you teach, what you are learning, you are going to be better and more successful. So you have to teach, and when you do the teaching, when you teach others, it comes up to 90%. So you learn more and you'll be more successful. So that's why it's important that you do help others, and that's why I always say do live video, bring value, help other people to build their business. And then first you have a big reward, which I find very grateful to help people. But then again, you're going to learn more, because everybody's going to ask you questions, and even you're going to get ideas like that. So it's great for everybody. Everybody is getting something out of these discussions, this group discussion. And when you practice, and even like yesterday I was saying, when you do your Facebook ads, if it's not working, change, do something else, put another picture, and just make sure you optimize and make sure you check everything. When you do something different, write it down, so then you'll be able to know your progress and what works better and what works less for you. All right, because everybody has a different audience, so don't copy someone else, because your audience will be different, and mine will be different than Rahingdon, where everybody will have a different audience. So don't copy everybody around you, but make sure you're your own person. But just change if something doesn't work. Make change, and write everything down to make sure that you know exactly what is working for you, for your audience. Okay. Hi Mouad, bonsoir. So that is the 2 ways of teaching. So you have the passive teaching method, which the kids are having this teaching method, and it's not that no good for. That's why they are doing more group discussion. And I see now that even in my kids' school, they are doing a lot of projects, so they are helping each other. So practice, yes, practice is very important. And then you have the participatory teaching method. Okay, so practice, teach others, and you'll be more successful. And as we always say, you have to learn first, to do and practice and teach. And that's how the 3 motto you should have in your head. That's why it's important that you have some mentorship to help you and to bring value and teach others. So then when you'll have all this practice and you know what to do, it's called muscle memory, because you're going to do everything on your own without even thinking. So that's why it's important that you're doing all that, and then you're going to have a better understanding about everything, and then you'll have more competence, and you'll be able to teach better. So that's what I'm going to talk about now, is the 4 stage of competence. And so that was very interesting for me. And you have the unconscious incompetence, you have the conscious incompetence, you have the conscious competence, and the unconscious competence. So I'm going to talk about these 4 little things, and I'll do the blog about it, so you'll have everything in writing, and it's very good if you want to improve, and if you want to teach the people, because sometimes when you have a team, you have some people coming, they want to be millionaire and doing nothing, but that doesn't work. Okay, so that's why you have to teach them how to do and get better into what they want to do, and they have to improve. So the unconscious incompetence is when someone really wants to do something. They have some goals, they have desire, they want to change their life, they want to learn new skills, but they are not driven. If they see difficulties, they are going to stop, or they are not coachable because they think they know everything. So that is a way of competence of the unconscious incompetence, because they think they know and they are not coachable. So if you have, or if yourself you think that you know everything and you don't want to learn more, a new skill or whatever, you're not going to progress, because we always say you have to be coachable to get better into your business. So that is the first stage of competence. So it's the unconscious incompetence. It's someone that wants to have desire, have goals, but doesn't want to be coachable. So that is, you have to change your mindset. And that's why it's important to change your mindset if you want to be more successful in your business. Then you have the conscious incompetence. That these are people that really want to learn, that really, hi Andy, it's late for you, and that really want to learn something, but they don't know what to do, where to start. And in this stage of conscious incompetence, you have two types as well. You have the perfectionist, and you have the person that is afraid of failure. And that is when sometimes people quit because they are so scared that it won't work, and they don't push themselves. So in the second stage of competence, sometimes people just don't go again into the business because they are afraid of failure, or they start doing something and doesn't work for them, and then they stop, they quit. Or they are too perfectionist, and then that doesn't work because I am a bit too much perfectionist myself, and I delayed even sending ads because sometimes I say, oh no, I'm going to, and it's wasting time, and I know that, but sometimes you have to push yourself, okay? And so that's what I do. I push myself. I try to stop this perfectionism because it doesn't make, I mean, you're always improve. And it's what I was saying, nobody knows what you have in your head. So maybe for your audience, it should be perfect. So that's why don't think it's imperfect what you're doing, because only yourself has what you have in your mind. And for other people, it is fine, okay? So that was the second stage. The third stage is a conscious competence. So that is the person that knows and need to focus and concentrate and learn more. And that is the learning process. So this stage, you have to learn and practice a lot. And that is why you have to embrace yourself when you're at this stage where you know, because you had been coached, and then you want to perfection everything, and that is how you're going to get better. Sorry, my light is up, down, because my computer. So that's why it is important that you do learn, you practice, and you get at this stage of conscious competence, which is great. And then when you reach the unconscious competence is when you do everything step by step, and that you are you do everything fine, and it's like a second nature for you, that you don't even think, you know, like driving home. Sometimes when you even when I drive the kids to school, I don't even realize where, you know, which road, because it's automatic. And that is when you realize. So when you reach this fourth stage, that means you are you know, you are complete, and you are going to do great into your business. Thank you, Antonio. No problem at all. I'm glad I helped. Hi, Jolene. Hi, Angie. Thank you. So that's why. So I think I said it all. I'm going to, as I said, to finish my blog. I should have finished, but busy. So you'll have everything in writing, which will be great. So as I said, you have the unconscious incompetence, the unconscious competence, the conscious competence, and the unconscious competence. And when you reach the unconscious competence, it means that you are very good and you can do a lot into your business. You are coachable, you practice, and you do everything that you've been told, and then you reach to have you know, great business, and you have changed your mindset. That's why I always say change your mindset. You want to, hi Michael, hi Debbie. So you have to make sure that you change your mindset, and that's what was about this this live. I just, because I'm not going to say, you know, but I had someone today, and it's very hard, even though he's a leader. I find it hard to coach because he thinks he knows everything, and that is so frustrating for us, for me, because I try to explain a few things, and especially when he starts new business. Not all the business are the same model, and you have to change. And if you find people like that in front of you that are hard to coach, maybe you can tell them, well, if you can be coachable, go and see someone else, try to change your mindset, read, but you have to change. Otherwise, I mean, it's very hard to do business with someone that is not coachable. Okay, Muad, okay. So thank you very much, guys. As I said, I put the blog link up on the live when I'll be finished. And I wish you a wonderful weekend. I don't know if you have any questions, if you want to elaborate more. If the learning, I like the learning pyramid, because I was really a little bit shocked the way kids are taught in school and the way they should be taught. But well, it's that's why they are changing, and they do more project now in schools, and it's good for them. So any questions, anything you wanted to add? So nope. Thank you guys for liking, loving. Thank you, Tom. And all the hearts and the likes. Thank you, thank you. So that's it for today then. Thank you very much, guys, for watching my live. I won't do any for the weekend because usually everybody is off. And I'll see you on Monday with something new. And have a very good weekend, and hope you have a few things planned, and I'll see you soon. Bye.